And now on Book TV, we're live with author and astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He was a bit of a pompous, kind of snooty astrophysicist.
Neil, do you know who number 2 is?
No.
Number 2? Do you know?
That was a cheap date.
You've been on 9 times.
Yeah.
9 times. John Oliver. At
Is that right?
6. 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What? What does that mean? What? What does that mean?
Oh, you know, Saturnalia.
What? What does that mean? Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. Well, no, but Saturn is the god that you pray to and celebrate. And Saturnalia is where everything flips. So.
What? What does that mean?
So the master serves the slave gives commands.
Oh,
It's an interesting Roman tradition.
What? What does that mean?
Sort of bring in all the pagan worshipers who are all.
What? What does that mean? 2018, what's got you excited for 2018? We won. What are you talking about? What? What does that mean?
Gregorian calendar after Pope Gregory.
What? What does that mean?
Put that into place in 1582. The previous Julian calendar was messing up in the year.
It was off by like
10 days.
Okay.
It was off by 10 days.
Yeah.
And the Pope said, we got to fix this. So
the Pope fixed it.
Pope! Well, Pope, his Jesuit scientists.
Okay.
Yeah, the Jesuit priests were like the academic order of the Catholic. You're Catholic. You should be teaching this, okay?
What? What does that mean?
Jesuit priests were put into the service of figuring out.
Who first proposed the idea of the Big Bang?
Yes, Georges Lemaitre.
Wow.
Yes, the Big Bang itself, using Einstein's equations. Einstein could have done it, but Einstein did enough. Yeah, it was busy. He did enough. Yeah. None of the above.
So the math says there should be more there, but we can't see it.
Right. It's gravity with no known source.
Which,
I like to think of it as dark gravity. It's
dark gravity?
It's really dark gravity.
Wow.
That's really what it is. Then, I don't want to be blamed. Sleep will have accelerated beyond our horizon. Ripped
from the universe itself.
Touching the elephant, not knowing that, in fact, there's an elephant standing there. Or maybe there's the shadow of the elephant and the elephant has been moved. We don't know what we don't know. And this leaves me awake at night. I lose sleep over that.
What? You want more, do you? All right.
So there's the telescope, of course, after whom...
Not finished yet.
He put himself under the bus. I'm pointing it out.
But here's the thing, is that now some of your buddies at NASA...
Moon.
All right.
Well,
now, explain to me what this thing is here,
Ooh.
right here, okay?
Ooh.
Is that, what is this? And what are we going to do with it?
Currently the largest telescope in the world. It's the people who are running this telescope.
Who's running this telescope?
China.
Okay. I think
when they actually try to put legislation into place. But people just talk, and I can't chase what people say because it flutters with the breeze. If he puts down some legislation that requires that everyone think that, oh my God, hold me back.
Explode is...
You know, I'm scared when you pull stuff out.
Like this? Oh, you know what this is,
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Okay, solar system. Above the, what's it called, the plane of the ecliptic?
Sure.
Okay. I think go around.
The planets all do this around the sun.
This thing came from deep space, not in our system, not from your Oort cloud or your too much like a spaceship.
This is not a photograph.
What?
This is an artist's rendering.
I think
we know it's elongated, and I don't believe this is just...
You don't get to take... What about that? What about that one right there? I think, yeah.
Right, so... mass.
So thinking creature started the process, okay? It doesn't mean, if this came in, you go, oh, gravity did that. But somebody made it go to here. Checkmate. For 10. Let's make...
To make it for as cheap as possible, so they're going to make it overseas. That's what they're going to do. Ability of your future. So when I hear people say, oh, we can't afford NASA, we can't afford it, we can't, it's like, you can't afford not to. Do I have this here? This is my wallet. That's what I do. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson. Is there a song in there? It's hard-earned to learn what the Milky Way was. Consider that term that we use dates from ancient Rome. Rome, when they built streets, they didn't call them streets, they called them ways. The Appian Way, for example. And I think it was just the total conduct of everybody, just at odds with one another, at war with one another, at killing one another, saying things that you can't imagine in a civilized world you would say to one another. I was really just reacting to that.
You've worked on commissions for the past two presidents, correct?
I was on two White House commissions under President Bush and President George W. Bush. And under Obama, we had met several times, but I was not on a formal advisory committee to him. And right now, under, well, towards the end of Obama and now into the Trump administration, I serve on a board of the Pentagon. So I have these occasional tours of duty when I'm called into Washington. I'm delighted to serve just as a citizen. If I have expertise and insight that can help governance, I would be irresponsible to decline such an invitation. So, and of course it's unpaid. It's not, I mean, they reimburse, food and whatever, but it's otherwise unpaid. And so it's my civic duty, because they'll never pick me for jury duty. I'm 0 for 3 on that one. So the least I can do is help the federal government make decisions when and where they need to.
Neil deGrasse Tyson has been our guest for the past 3 hours. His most